Bombe di Calciomercato, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic weekend, that you watched some Serie A lot of the big teams stumbling, including my Milan, but it doesn't matter because today we're talking Calciomercato. So many rumors over the weekend, so much news. First of all, there's a new Ibra in Serie A. Where did he land? I'll let you know in a second. Milan has to make a choice. Do they want Rashford? Do they want Kyle Walker? They can only afford to sign one. And Napoli has found Kvaratskhelia's replacement. He's set to leave for PSG. It's not finalized yet, but according to rumors, both teams are very close to reaching an agreement. And the player that they chose to replace him is a fantastic player. It would be un grande colpo di mercato for Napoli. Juventus very active. We talked about Arroyo, we talked about Colomboani. Alberto Costa is very close, but there's also Fagioli and Cambiasso. Cambiasso being looked at by a European giant. Can they actually try to sign him? Let's see. We'll talk about everything. So let's start right away, guys. First of all, Lazio signed Arion Ibrahimovic, a 19-year-old trequartista winger from Bayern Munich, a loan with options to buy at 10 million euros. An interesting signing. Good talent, still very young. How will he adapt to Serie A? That's the big question. But it could be a very good colpo di mercato for Lazio. Como plays another colpo di mercato, 17 million euros for Maxence Caqueret from Lyon and La Ligue 1. Interesting colpo di mercato, will help them at centrocampo. He has a lot of experience. And 17 million euros for Como, unbelievable. They don't have any money issues. They can sign whoever they want. And apparently, Caqueret even said it. He was convinced by Fabregas. So, good colpo di mercato for Como. Milan will have to make a choice. Do they want Rashford or do they want Kyle Walker? Why? Because they can't sign both because of a new rule in Serie A with the FIC. You can only sign one England-born player a season because they are no longer part of the EU. And so Milan will have to make a choice. Do they want Rashford or 34-year-old Kyle Walker that could be possibly a free transfer from Manchester City? We know Milan is looking to reinforce the right-hand side. The problem is that he's 34 years old. Milan, Ibra have a 2-year contract waiting for him if they decide to pursue him. Guys, he's going to be almost 37 years old by the end of the contract. Yes, Calabria is a free agent at the end of the season. Yes, Florenzi is a free agent at the end of the season. They're not going to renew them. But do we want to go into next season with Emerson Royal and Kyle Walker at 35 years old? It doesn't matter that he's a fantastic player. It doesn't matter that he has all the experience in the world. Guys, we need to figure out that terzino destro position. And same goes for the striker's position. If you bring in Rashford and you want that big salary, how will he adapt to Serie A? That's another big question. But Milan is going to have to make a choice. We'll see who they decide to go get. But it's going to be very interesting. And Milan also linked with Lucas Guarna Duat, midfielder, classe 2003 from Salzburg. We know that Milan and Salzburg have a good working relationship. They got Okafor, they got Pavlovic. Okafor now joining Lipsia. But those are the names being associated with Milan right now. Juventus are very close to signing Alberto Costa. It seems like it's almost done, practically done. Terzino sinistro, 13 million euros from Vittoria Guimans, something like that. And so Roma was also interested in the player, but at the end, they didn't go for him. Speaking of Roma, Ranieri came out, said 45 million euros is almost impossible for us this winter session for Fratesi. They're trying to work out a deal, but at 45 million euros, it's not going to be happening. Cambiasso being looked at by Manchester City. Of course, if Kyle Walker leaves, they're going to need somebody else. And apparently Guardiola è pazzo di Cambiasso. So we'll see if Juventus will be able to resist on that front. Fagioli set to leave as well. Juventus looking for 30 million euros. Obviously, the Premier League is interested in, but also the Saudi Pro League teams, and 30 million euros for him. For them is nothing. And so money-wise, it wouldn't be an issue. If they can convince the player to go, Juventus could definitely let him go. The big rumor for Napoli is that Kvaratskhelia is very close to signing with PSG. Who is the replacement? First of all, they talked about Chiesa, they talked about Zergova from Lille. No, Conte wants one player and one player only. Who is it? Garnacho from Manchester United. It would be un colpo di mercato clamoroso, not only for Serie A, but for Napoli as well. It would be unbelievable. So if Napoli can sell Vara for about 80 million euros like they want, and they can go get Garnacho from Manchester United, guys, I think Napoli has done a very good colpo di mercato. Simply incredible. And finally, another free agent from Manchester City might be moving this transfer session. Gundogan going to maybe Galatasaray. They're offering a 2-year deal for him. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments, like and subscribe. These rumors, these names, they're moving fast. Transfer session is halfway done already. Incredible. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments, like and subscribe.